tell you his name? I didn't think so.
Look, Teresa and I are much too close for her to keep something like this from me. Much less to do the things that you've said she's done.
Okay, if you and Teresa are as close as you claim to be, then you must know that Ethan was her date to the prom.
Well, I don't believe it.
Louise, think back to that night. Didn't you wonder why Ethan was on the prom boat in the first place?
Yeah, I was too busy trying to help people to think about that, right?
Okay, then there was the time that Ethan and Teresa went to the ballet together.
Teresa, were you at the ballet tonight?
The ballet?
Yes, at the Opera House. Were you there?
Yeah, and I ate dinner at Buckingham Palace with Prince William, too.
I'm serious. I could have sworn I saw you at the theater tonight.
No, I wasn't there.
And then there was the trip that Ethan and Teresa took together. Did I mention it was to Bermuda? You see, this is the exact same resort that Gwen and Ethan were considering for their honeymoon.
Never saw this before. Teresa, wake up.
Louise.
Teresa, what's going on? Where'd you get a dress like this? That dress was from a store in Bermuda. Teresa said it was a Crane hand-me-down. She lied. She lied to me about the dress, boyfriend, job. Why'd she lie to me like that?
He's bluffing. No one else knows about Sheridan. She will die in her grave, and we will once again walk the streets of Paris without fear.
Now what are you laughing at?
Oh, the thought of you two strolling along the Champs-Élysées. I just can't see it happening, that's all.
Why not?
He must know something we don't.
You know, I want to thank you guys for being so talkative tonight. You know, giving me the play-by-play of how you tried to kill Sheridan and all the hitmen you hired to do your dirty work. Just say it was quite a revealing conversation.
Quick, Pierre, checking for a wire.
Damn you! That's right. I'm wired. Guess who's on the other end? Agent Hal Freeman, FBI. That's right. He's been my partner through this whole thing. You guys are busted, but good. Hey, Hal, come get me, buddy. But first, let Luis know that Sheridan's okay and he can dig her out of the grave before the air runs out in the coffin. We don't want to lose our star witness against you two creeps.
I can't take being here much longer. I'll lose my mind. I don't die first. Help! Someone help me! Please! Hank! Louise! Get me out of here!
Why did you insist I be here for the reading of Sheridan's will? I hardly knew her.
Well, the camp for underprivileged children. That's why Sheridan made a provision that the foundation she created to run the camp be headed by Ivy and Harmony's current chief of police, whomever he or she may be.
Well, I appreciate the confidence she had in my department. It's ironic that an officer from your department is the reason my aunt is dead.
Ethan, don't start.
Mother, Chief Bennett shouldn't get comfortable in his position as co-chairman of the camp. I mean, my aunt's will clearly states the current chief of police is to serve with my mother. Well, I'm going to see to it that the Police Review Board launches a full investigation into your incompetence as police chief. The incompetence that led to the prom boat sinking, as well as my aunt's murder.
Well, why don't you blame me for global warming while you're at it?
Go to hell.
No! Stop it! No fighting, not when Sheridan's will is being read.
Yes, Ethan. There'll be plenty of time later to crush Chief Bennett.
Stick a sock in it, Julian. Obviously, this camp was very important to Sheridan. And we shouldn't be fighting and spoiling what should be a somber and respectful moment.
Ethan and Sheridan were so close. Did she make any provisions for him in her will?
No, not at all.
So Teresa didn't tell you that she and Ethan went off to Bermuda?
Leave me alone.
Sure. Be happy to. But first I promised to tell you about the time that Teresa and Ethan were found in bed together.
I said...
You see, it was my daughter Gwen who discovered them. Teresa was massaging his neck, loosening him up a little bit. And Gwen walked in, and if she hadn't... Well, I can only imagine what might have happened. Can you?
Go to hell. I'm gonna talk to Teresa.
Good. Talk to her. Lock her up. Throw her in a convent. Do whatever you have to do. Just keep her away from Ethan. And once she's out of the picture, Gwen will have her man. And I'll have my revenge on the housekeeper's daughter.
Teresa lied to me. I trusted her and she lied to me. There's only one way to find out for sure.
Well, it seems like you guys thought you had this all figured out. But you didn't. Did you? Sheridan's gonna live to testify at your trial, and I can't wait to see you goons get what's coming to you.
That will never happen. You're going to die now, Hank. And I'm gonna kill you myself.
But Ethan and Sheridan were more like brother and sister than aunt and nephew. How could she leave him out of her will?
Gwen, it's okay. I don't really need Sheridan's money. I have a personal fortune of my own, as well as the Crane billions on top of that. I'm just glad that Sheridan's millions are going towards underprivileged children, and the camp will be named after my grandmother. But what I don't understand is if I wasn't mentioned in the will, then why did you insist that I be here?
Well, you were mentioned in a roundabout way.
How so?
Although Sheridan didn't leave you anything specifically, she made provisions for the children that you and Gwen will have together.
Did I hear you correctly? And Sheridan left part of her estate to Ethan and Gwen's future children.
Indeed, she did.
Isn't that wonderful?
I won't serve with you as co-chair for the camp, Ivy. I'm sure the police commissioner would be glad to take my place.
You can't refuse Sheridan's last request, Sam, even if she was a Crane. Besides, you're too honorable not to do your duty.